We will be starting off the night with our now current bottom division, Division D, Flow State versus Rubber Duckies. I believe going to be our first look at Division D on stream. So we'll get to see exactly what we're working with in terms of skill this semester in our most bottom division. So it's going to be a lot of fun to see. And then we'll be ending off the night with two Division C matches. And two of those teams actually played yesterday, just out of pure luck, with their ASAP games and whatnot. But let's go ahead, toss it over to the next scene here. And we'll take a peek at some amazing stat lines here. So much to look at, right? Only one of these series is input so far. Looks like Sky Ballerinas took down Nas Reed. What would that be in a 3-3 in game 4? 3-1. So Sky Ballerinas starting off their season very well. But like I said, tonight, Flow State versus Rubber Duckies, nothing to comment on in terms of stats, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time here. We'll go ahead and just talk about who is on both of these teams. I'll go ahead and start here with Flow State. Obviously 0-0 so far on the season, captained by one of the most insane people in this community, Lil Thicky. He unfortunately drops down to Division D again. I'm sure he wasn't too happy, but on the bright side, he does get to pick up another very good Rocket League player in Warrior, who hasn't had, Lil Thicky, actually, I shouldn't say hasn't had much success, because he actually has. He did win one, I think, in Division E, what was that, 2 or 3 seasons ago now, Rudy? But, so Lil Thicky knows what it's like to win. Warrior, I don't think, has had his shot yet. So that duel right there in Division D is going to be deadly, and then joined by a newcomer of Starshot, making his rookie debut here in DCRL. So it's going to be a lot of fun to see. That's going to be our opening team of Flow State. I'll toss it over to the next team here, which is going to be Rubber Duckies, and I'll let Chalupa talk about these boys.
All right, so Rubber Duckies, you already know the logo, peak. I'm guessing it was AI, and if it wasn't, by God, that is an amazing logo. But the 3 people that we got here are Elf22, Arrow 0364, and Ton the Gamer 0084, which I was told by Whirl that it was a previous name. They have, like, what would it be? A previous alias?
Alias, there you go.
And then you have Springtrap.
Love that.
Their name is Springtrap. W vocab. W vocab. But they were previously known as Springtrap in our league, and now they are Ton the Gamers. So, I mean, 2 people that have previously been in DCRL, so they have a little bit of experience, and Arrow, who is the newcomer this season on this team. There's a decent amount of newcomers in Division D, I suppose. I feel like there are some names that I don't recognize from the other teams, so it's great to see new faces, and very well hope so that you guys will be able to join us for this next season as well. Obviously, we don't really have any stats to talk about here for these 3 teams.
3 teams.
Teammates. 3 teammates. Sorry, I'm nervous. All right.
You're nervous for what? Come on, bro. Let's lock in, bro.
No.
Listen, bro. Chalupa, is it me? You can be honest, bro. You can be honest. Is it?
It's always been you, World. Every single time I'm casting with you, there are some clips out there in the Twitch Clips channel where I'm just spewing some nonsense, and it's always casting with you.
Listen, bro. You and I, we just got that connection, bro. I've got quite a few connections with quite a few of the other co-casters, but it's always a lot of fun casting with you. Nothing to be nervous about, Chalupa. We're in for a great night here. Looks like we got everybody in the party. We will see if they're ready to go. Are y'all ready? And before we get that on the road, obviously we have to do our caster predictions here. Chalupa, I'll let you give the first shot here. Who do you think is going to win this one?
I'm gonna be so free here. I think it's gonna be Lil Thicky's team, Flow State. I mean, just looking at the lineup, Lil Thicky and Warrior, that's already a deadly duo. I don't know what Starshot has in him. He could be a diamond in the rough, and I mean, I'm very well hoping so. Yeah, there's not really much to say except, well, without any of the stats that we have here. We don't really know how they play around each other, but I gotta go with Flow State. And what would it be? I think it's gonna be 3-1.
Okay, you're saying Chalupa's got Flow State in 4. Listen, if you're new around here, you know that I will never agree with my co-casters' predictions. You know, gotta make things a little bit interesting. I got Rubber Duckies, bro. Listen, I'm gonna say it. I think this Rubber Duckies team, you guys, if you were in the draft stream, I think Yellow Dog was saying that this team might not be, his favorite to win it all. But listen, I believe, bro. I believe in Springtrap. He's we saw his initial beginnings of Rocket League. We've seen him improve over the past couple seasons, hitting some things that I never thought I would see Springtrap hitting. Listen, I'm going to be honest. And it's been a lot of fun to see. Arrow, he's going to be a newcomer, so he is also going to be an unknown. And then Elf has been proven to be a very good, player in our league. I'm going to say Rubber Duckies. I'm going to say it's going to go the distance, though. I'm going to say it's going to go 5. So that's our predictions. Before we get started, if you guys want to put some last-minute predictions, put some boost on the line, predictions are open for you as well. So you can go ahead and put some of your own channel points, do some Gamba, and that's that. So looks like we're ready to get this show on the road. Chalupa, welcome back to the stream. And here we go. Game number 1. Flow State versus Rubber Duckies.
And it does look like that Springtrap does still have his name. So, I'm just going to be calling him Springtrap. And Warrior was getting the first touch, but not able to get anything going for him. And they're already getting a pass play going for Arrow right over Lil Thicky and Rubber Duckies, getting the first goal and shutting me up from my prediction right now.
That is a great start for the Rubber Duckies. You love to see that. I said that he was going to be a unknown factor in this lobby. Arrow, never before seen in these DCRL lobbies. He starts off his whole career, for that matter, off to a very good start. As he gets up early, Warrior going to put a shot on. Unfortunately, gets blocked by Rubber Duckies. Star shot, good controlling touch. Tries to carry it up the wall, but gets denied here. Arrow going to put a shot on. It's on again. But a diving save coming from Flow State as this almost goes in again. And so far, the defense from Flow State not looking the best. But for the time being, we're only a minute in. Made a couple of panic saves and looks like they're still on defense here.
Yeah, for sure. But as we know, in some of these lower divisions, it could be wishy-washy and flip-floppy. But as I'm talking, Arrow with his second goal here in this game 1, and Rubber Duckies off to a fire start.
Man, oh man, I don't know if anybody had this on their bingo card. Rubber Duckies starting off 2-0, just a minute in. And so far, it's been off the nose of Arrow for both. He's off to a great start to his career. He's going to try and add on another. It's going to be on target. Star shot. Able to get a nice save here. Ball still in the corner. Warrior going to try and control it. I expect Warrior, keep an eye on that Warrior and Thicky combination as Thicky tries to get it past Arrow, but again, so far Arrow the MVP of this series. He's trying to get a touch out, making it awkward. Springtrap, decent touch off the side while Arrow is going to take back over, send it into this blue corner, fakes one out. It's just Warrior back centering, but nobody going to be on the receiving end.
Yeah, it's looking like Flow State is acting a little bit nervous here, as even though they were getting some nice looks, they weren't really able to get anything going at all for their team. And right now on their half, Rubber Duckies, Elf was trying to get it out, but now it's over the backboard of the Rubber Duckies. Star shot on top of this, but now Elf is able to cut him off over towards the goal. Warrior able to get the save, but is Springtrap able to tap it in? It's just barely in. It's Arrow putting it in and getting his hat trick in the first 2 minutes of this game.
Listen, that could have been anybody's goal there. Arrow, Elf both going for it, but Arrow gets the final touch. Like you said, getting that hat trick, a perfect start to your career in DCRL. Off to a very hot start here, 2 minutes in. Rubber Duckies looking very dominant so far. Springtrap, not the best touch. That's actually going to be centered for Flow State. Warrior jumps from Narnia, can't find contact. Now Arrow, missed touch off the backboard, and the captain from Flow State, Lil Thicky, gets his name on the scorecard.
There it is, something that I've been wanting to see Lil Thicky able to make a play out of his own hands off the backboard and straight into the back of the net. I mean, we were expecting this from Lil Thicky, especially from the beef that he was having with Kemic. What was that, 3 seasons ago now?
Yeah.
The little in-game beef that they had, but now they're not going to be able to play with each other because Kemic is in Div C now, isn't he?
He's not even in the league, bro. He's not in school.
He's not in the league. Oh.
He trolled too hard, bro. He trolled too hard.
Oh my goodness, Kevin, come on, man.
Awkward.
We need you back.
Oh.
Star shot with the star of a shot of his own. It was put in the back of the net for him.
Looks like Chalup was on point with his calling tonight. Love that. Good shot from Star Shot. And Flow State bring it back within 1. We're only halfway through game number 1 so far. So many goals. Kind of a lack of defense being played thus far. Arrow puts one awkwardly. Thicky goes missing. He's caught on his heels. You can see him hesitate, trying to figure out what to do there. And just that 50 from Arrow makes Thicky so awkward, and it's just wide open. And Arrow with his 4th goal now. And we still have 2 minutes left to go. Bro's going for the double hat trick at this point.
Is Arrow's the second man on this team, right?
Yeah.
Huh?
Dude.
I mean, it's not looking like it right now.
Hey, I think Elf might be an unsung hero, bro. He's doing the dirty work, you know. Arrow is the guy putting them all away. Look at the spring trap. Perfect center here. Arrow on a platter for Arrow again. Unfortunately, the defense does come out from Flow State there. Elf, the pressure from Rubber Duckies is so strong. The midfield control. Elf holds it. Warrior trying to find it out here. It might be a double commit. Star Shot does take over. Allows Warrior to try and maybe make a second man play here. Gets it around Arrow, but spring trap. Perfect rotation. Gets a nice touch. It's out in front here, but Elf trying to get it clear out. Pinches midfield. This is going to be awkward for Star Shot, who doesn't get the best touch. Lil Thicky does get a touch around Star Shot. It's going to be awkward here. Shot could be on. Lil Thicky goes missing. Arrow pops it up. Going to try and center this ball. Puts it in front for spring trap, but he can't get a great touch. Minute left to go. Flow State need a goal desperately.
A little Thicky putting it over towards the Rubber Duckies. Arrow trying to pass it towards the mid. And now Warrior's on top of it, but it goes over to the right side. Elf on this ball. Starshot not able to get a touch off of there. In the trenches, up into the clouds goes the ball. As Arrow is on this shot, is he able to get another goal off of here? Off the backboard? No! It just barely goes off the crossbar. Warrior now almost getting the counter attack, but Elf is grabbing the boost, but gets demoed. Little Thicky on top of the ball here, centers it for his team. Springtrap not able to get onto it. Star Shot getting another goal here, and very much needed for this team, as this is now a 1-goal game.
Yeah, much needed touch there from Springtrap. It was an awkward bounce off the corner, so no matter what, a little bit tough of a read, but still it's one you want to get back here. But luckily they did have a 2-goal lead. Just need to hang on by 1 now. 40 seconds left to go. Can they play defense or even add on? We'll find out here. Lil Thicky pops this into this orange corner. Elf, a little bit awkward off the back wall, able to get a touch. Warrior baits him out here. Springtrap kind of puts it midfield. Star Shot not in the best spot here. He's trying to control it, though. I'm loving the control from Star Shot, who is their 3rd man. That's a great 50 from Thicky. Ball's going to bounce up high. What a save coming out from the captain. Elf gets another 50 on that one. 10 seconds to go here. The pressure's on, as Flow State does have all the control. It's a great pop from Lil Thicky. Everybody's awkward. Arrow keeps it in the safety of his own corner. Springtrap, awkward. Ball midfield. Oh, no. Lil Thicky just out of position. And Rubber Duckies hold on for the game number 1 win.
Well, Thicky was just a little bit more patient there. He might have been able to get a shot off and able to tie it up for his team. But that didn't happen. That's in hindsight. Flow State is now down 1 goal. And, I mean, technically my prediction could still stand, but it's looking a little rough, especially with Arrow playing a really good game here with 4 goals and 10 shots, double-digit shots in your first game. Holy, how are we going to stop him? How are we going to stop him?
This whole replay reel is literally just an Arrow highlight reel, pretty much. It's so many goals coming from him. So kudos to Arrow, you know, showing that those nerves aren't affecting him in his first ever official league match. So, I mean, listen, that doesn't happen too often. Usually it's the opposite, right? You're all nervous. trying to live up to the expectations, don't know what to expect, right? But Arrow off to a fantastic start. We'll see if he can continue here as we segue into game number 2. Flow State looking to try and answer back.
Warrior almost trying to get a mechanical shot, but now he just gets a regular one, but it gets blocked by Elf over to Lil Thicky. Trying to get over to Star Shot, almost getting the redirect goal, but just a little bit too far forward. Nice flick coming from Elf. His Springtrap trying to follow up on it. Gets a shot, and Lil Thicky is there to stop him. On top of the ball now, able to get it around 1, but Elf is there, putting it over towards center. Almost gets the bump off Warrior, but no good. Warrior now trying to center it for his team, but goes over towards Lil Thicky. Warrior's on top of this now, trying to put it up, but he gets demoed in his actions.
I'm loving what I'm seeing. I mean, I said it kind of during the pregame lobby there. We've seen Springtrap improve so much over his time in DCRL. This is now, I think, his 3rd season in the league. And just out of this alone, I remember in his first season watching him struggle to even hit the ball. Now we're seeing him rotate. We're seeing him get good, powerful shots on net here. And as I say that, his teammate Arrow, once again, you're sounding like a broken record at this point. Arrow gets the scoring started here in game 2. But like I said, Springtrap, I'm very impressed with his gameplay so far. And looks like this Rubber Duckies team might be a sleeper pick.
I don't think Arrow wants to give a goal to his teammates. I'm gonna be so honest.
Greedy bastard.
It's only been him the entire time. He's had the past 5 goals for his team. And I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I mean? If it is winning him the games, then it's great. But great save coming from Springtrap. Arrow on top of this ball. Warrior able to get around 1, but Elf is clearing it out. It's over towards their side. Star Shot almost getting an own goal, but Lil Thicky had to cut it off. Elf gets a nice center, but nobody's able to read that. What are you laughing at?
They're just tangled up in their own net there. That's funny.
Yeah. Oh,
no. I love what I'm seeing though. Like I said, Rubber Duckies, I don't think many people would have expected this. A Star Shot trying to get another a goal of his own. And to answer your question in the chat, Oos, I do believe so. I believe Arrow has it. I mean, like I said, he's had a few good like solo plays, but a lot of them, both Elf and Springtrap, are doing a great job at basically just putting it on platters for the tap in for Arrow. So it is a team effort on a lot of these goals here. This net is open though. Thicky, unfortunately, lets it go, looking for a pass midfield. Warrior doesn't have any boost. Oh man, a fumble there. The net was wide open for Thicky to take there, but unfortunately kind of messes up the dribble there. They're going to want that one back. Springtrap goes up for a nice aerial. Not a lot of power on though. Thicky going to put it up to the sidewall, get a nice follow-up on a pass to himself here. Arrow, or Elf, not trying to get a good touch here. Just get a good 50 towards this blue side. It's going to be awkward. Warrior and Thicky double commit for it, but does end up working out, but allows Arrow to get a decent touch and one in angle out of the corner. The defensive rotations from Flow State are just not working right now. We see a double commit right on the corner there. And man, Arrow though, just with an absolute banger of an angle.
Like, what am I watching right now? Arrow is on fire tonight. He's got, 6 goals. Lil Thicky almost getting a double, and no one is able to follow up on the backboard read. And now his Springtrap is on top of this. Lil Thicky. Oh my goodness, I was losing my train of thought as I was talking about Arrow. Right now, personally, I think he's the MVP of the series just for these first 2 games. And if it keeps going, he might eventually become MVP of this league. It's looking really good for him. Lil Thicky almost on top of him, but Elf is able to cut him off. Star Shot putting it mid. Now Arrow not able to get a touch off. Lil Thicky is awkward, and Elf is able to cut it off. Arrow might be able to get another goal for his resume. That's the hat trick. What in the world?
I wouldn't doubt it if this has never happened in your first series of your career, getting a hat trick in back-to-back games. Your first 2 games are hat tricks. Come on stream as well, bro. Come on. Absolute crazy performance coming out of Arrow right now. And I gotta say too, Flow State, they're getting their chances. How many whiffs have we seen on the goal line? Oh my God, is he about to get... What a save. But how many whiffs have we seen from Flow State? I think they could have had at least 3 goals of basically open nets in this game alone. So it's not to say this shouldn't be a close game right now. It's just Flow State not able to do that final step and put the ball in the back of the net. They're doing the dirty work to get to that point, but they're just not able to do that last step. As this ball's downfield, Warrior needs to settle, and he does. Ball puts up the field. 30 seconds to go, Chalupa. Rubber Duckies looking pretty strong right now.
Yeah, 30 seconds, and now Elf starting it for his team, but Lil Thicky is able to cut it off. On top of the ball is Arrow. Pass it over to the center. Warriors on this. Now Springtrap not able to get a touch off. Elf gets it soft. Everybody's bumping everyone, and Lil Thicky is able to clear the way and get the shot off for Flow State here.
Oh my goodness gracious. Oh man, that's a replay of all time right there. Fantastic defense being played there. No, it was chaos on the goal line there. Flow State finally able to get one, maybe get some momentum, maybe some miracle happening here. This could be a kickoff goal, but of course it's going to be Arrow shutting that down. Thicky in a good spot though, keeps in this orange half. Elf trying to get it out again. Good rotation. Maybe getting another one for the road. Warrior, it's off the side of the post.
No, come on.
Oh, a star shot. Trying to come in at the last second. Man, if I'm telling you right now, if Flow State can start actually, improving their shooting placement a little bit, they're going to be in a much better spot because they should have had 3 or 4 goals of their own there. But I mean, again, look at the scoreboard. Once again, it's Arrow with another hat trick, but it's actually Elf leading the lobby in score with 4 saves. You saw a couple great saves coming from him. And so another great game from Rubber Duckies. They progress in this series to 2-0, and they are now on match point.
Look at this. Arrow is the offense, and Elf is the anchor for this team. And then Springtrap, you let him do whatever he has to do.
He's the X factor.
I feel like you gotta let him do. You gotta let him do his own thing, because if you do, and then you feel me?
I feel you, bro. Yo, Maha, I got you, bro. Ain't no thing. Anyway, game number 3 underway here. Rubber Duckies looking to try and end this one in 3 games. Flow State, like I said, bro, you see Lil Thicky with a card change. Maybe that can make a difference. Again, they need to start capitalizing if they want any chance. So far, have not been able to do that. Rubber Duckies, it's been all them. Basically, I won't say on the back of Arrow because I think his teammates have helped a lot, but Lil Thicky, that's a nice little slot there coming from the corner, and I believe that's going to be Flow State's first lead of the entire series. You see Warrior pop it off the back wall, just enough for Thicky to slot that ball in. That's a good start. You need to start doing exactly what Thicky just did there for Flow State to win any games here.
Top shelves where Grandma put the cookies, and I could never reach them. I could never reach them ever. It was so unfortunate. But now, Warrior was getting a shot off, but Arrow was able to cut him off. Low boost for him. Lil Thicky is able to get on top of this. Elf off of the backboard, down and around. Star shot is able to get a touch off. Elf is able to clear out of the way, but now Warrior kind of giving it away towards Arrow. That's not a good thing to do. Elf getting the 50 off. Now it's down over towards Elf. And Springtrap almost able to get the 50 off, but he was no good coming from them. Arrow on the backboard. Nice defense from him, but Lil Thicky is able to slot it top shelves again, giving him a 2-goal lead. And hopefully this is giving some hope for any Flow State fans. This is what we needed.
Yeah, no, that's a good slot there. Good positioning. You saw Arrow. He was actually in the right spot there on the backboard, but unfortunately just not the best touch, and kind of passes it right to his opposition of Lil Thicky. He's going to try and go for his own hat trick. Unfortunately, can't find good power or placement. Springtrap going to have a chance here. Kind of goes missing. Warrior has an open net, sends it high. Can he get the follow up? Who is it? It's Warrior. Double commit from Starshot, and Warrior works out. And Flow State, all of a sudden, are capitalizing on some of these opportunities, and lo and behold, they're winning. They're winning the game. But we are only a minute and a half in, so still a lot of Rocket League to be played. Maybe Rubber Duckies can lock in.
I'll be so for real. I was really hoping to see a squishy save attempt there.
That would have been sick. That would have been sick.
I was really hoping for Springtrap to just be like, go all the way through, and he was able to save that. That would have been hype. I would have been so hype. But we didn't get that, and now Starshot is on top of this ball. Arrow able to get it around one. Is he able to get the angle? No, puts it mid for his team. Nobody's able to follow up. Elf giving it towards Warrior, but Arrow is back on top of this, trying to get a shot off, but it's on to the backboard. Lil Thicky is there to clear it out. Arrow back into it. Gets a 50 off towards middle. Elf almost getting the shot around, but Lil Thicky is able to stop them. Over towards the mid. Starshot getting it around Arrow. That's only 2 back on this defense, but Elf not able to get the best aerial touch as he goes over towards the mid, but nobody is there. Springtrap almost getting around, but now Arrow accidentally passing it towards the mid, and Starshot getting a shot of his own, but it goes over towards the right. Warrior on top of this now, and Elf able to clear it out the way.
The backboard awareness from Arrow as well. I know we're glazing him a lot already, but I'm just seeing a lot of good things from Arrow. I mean, even a goal that he gave up on the backboard, he was in the right spot, just wasn't the best touch, right? So just being able to put yourself in those positions. Backboard defense is going to be a huge, huge bonus in Division D. Oh, Starshot trying to get a little redirect there. But like I said, backboard defense is going to be very key in these games. And so far, Arrow showing a lot of good signs of being a fundamental player in this division. I'm looking forward to seeing him for the rest of the year.
Oh my goodness, a 50 from Arrow. Almost putting it in the back of the net. Gets it 50 off towards the left side centered, but Elf not able to get there as fast enough. Warrior not able to get a touch. Springtrap might be able to get it around, but doesn't get the touch that he needs. Elf on top of this now pops it over. Might be able to read it here? No, Lil Thicky is there to stop it. Warrior now on top of this. Arrow gets a 50 off towards the middle. Lil Thicky not able to get the hook shot. Starshot over towards the left side of his field. The Springtrap onto the wall. Gets a touch. Almost got the double. Arrow able to cut around and get the save. A minute left, and it's looking a little dreary for Rubber Duckies, but they are up 2 goals. Not 2 goals. 2 games. They're up 2 games, and hopefully they will be able to finish it out.
Yeah, this has been looking much better, and look what happens when Arrow doesn't get a hat trick. The Rubber Duckies offense kind of stalling out right now, as they're just unable to get anything going so far. This could be something, though. Elf needed that goal there. You know, you're only 40 seconds left in this game. They needed that goal to have any chance, even just to get some momentum going into the next one. Unfortunately, he cannot get it in, as Elf does get a decent touch here. He's pre-jumping this one, trying to read the bounce. Not quite. Springtrap able to pick up the slack here. Warrior goes missing, but Starshot is going to be there and get a big booming clear out. It's Arrow off the back wall, kind of might pass it again. Starshot, unfortunately, not able to get the power on. You see Lil Thicky playing it smart here. You know, you're up 2 goals just playing defense. That's a good touch to make Springtrap awkward. 5 seconds to go. Flow State, a dominant performance here in Game 3, denying the 3-0 sweep from Rubber Duckies, and in hopes of a reverse sweep here.
Almost one for the road with Elf getting the shot off, but no good as Flow State 3-0. Lil Thicky turning it up a notch, getting 2 goals and his 2 lone saves for his team. This is what they needed from the start. And if Flow State does want to have a chance, this is it. So they need to carry this momentum for this next game. And for Rubber Duckies, they need something. They need Arrow, I guess. I don't know. They need Arrow to score. He's been the only one that scored. But, I mean, the other 2 had really good looks. Elf obviously having 3 shots of his own. So, I mean,
but that was it.
Still looking good offensively.
There was only 3 shots, and they were all on the side of Elf, who was kind of been the lockdown guy for this team. Arrow had goes from getting 2 back-to-back hat tricks to having 0 shots. So a very stark difference from those first 2 games. We'll see if that carries on for the rest of the series. They do say that this last game, when you're on match point, is the hardest one to win. So again, Flow State getting their reverse sweep hopes started with a Game 3 win. They're going to need 2 more back-to-back, and that's a great start. Starshot off the kickoff, but Arrow diving save on 0 boost. keeps the ball out of his own net off of a potential catastrophe kickoff.
I mean, that was just a great save, and they were almost able to get the counterattack off as Arrow getting the 50 over towards Springtrap. Might be able to get a shot over. It's at round 1, but Warriors now on top of this one. Might be able to get it up in the air, but he goes for the demo instead. Star Shot going over towards the left side. Almost got the 50 around Arrow. And now Star Shot is still on top of this. Back over towards Elf. Warrior. Nice and sound backside. It's a nice touch towards his corner, and he's able to get it safely around everyone from the Rubber Ducky side.
Once we see this Lil Thicky and Warrior duo really lock in and get some chemistry going and get their rotation down, I mean, I know this Flow State team is going to be good. Both of those players probably could have went in Div C, and we see Warrior with a dookie right in front of this orange net. Thicky kind of pops it up high, makes it awkward. Springtrap puts a hand up, but unfortunately it's Warrior. Gets absolutely, he destroys Springtrap. The great dookie there. Flow State, yet again, up by 1 here, showing great signs, trying to send this one to a Game 5.
A little bit awkward positioning from Springtrap, but Elf is able to clean it up. Wait, did Elf switch cars?
Yup, dummy.
I was about to say, he was in the Octane last time. The last game, but let's see if that changes anything up. Arrow on top of this now. Gets it over Star Shot. And still, Arrow with the only goals for his team.
Except for
I don't
one.
know if that's going to change the series. Nope.
Are you sure? I think Elf had one.
He had all four goals in the first game. He had the 3 goals in the second game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yep. It's all been Arrow.
Yeah, Rubber Duckies. Yeah, Arrow's gonna need some help here offensively. Elf, I have seen him do a lot defensively, so he's been doing his part. But whether he needs to get more involved offensively, Springtrap, someone, we're gonna need to see some help for Arrow here as he gets a great 50. Gonna try and find another one. Star Shot goes missing. Double commit. Should end up actually working out for Rubber Duckies. Springtrap gonna try and center this ball, but ends up like triple tapping it off the corner. Lil Thicky off the backboard. Gets a dismissive touch there, trying to get it out. Warrior finally gets a boom out. Springtrap, though, great midfield presence. Pops it up high. It's going to be Arrow up for this ball. Unfortunately, no contact there. That's a great settle from Elf. He's trying to get past Warrior. Fortunately, cannot do so. Springtrap going to make this awkward here. Bangs it off the backboard. Is there a second man? There is, but Thicky able to get a touch out. See this pressure from Rubber Duckies all of a sudden mounting up here. That's great midfield presence comes from them.
Oh, good clear coming from Thicky. And by clear, I mean shot straight into the net. Lil Thicky from his defensive end. Able to get a shot off from staying back post, and getting that clean shot. All the space in the world, and nobody is able to contest. I mean, Flow State up 2-1, but Arrow might be able to bring it back here, but not getting it mid, and Elf is not able to finish it here.
Yeah, no, very unfortunate goal to give up if you are Rubber Ducky. Springtrap puts a hand up. Doesn't make contact, but luckily Arrow is back here. Shot opportunity again, but Warrior is there to shut that one down. Elf has a free touch. Actually, aerials for it. Kind of does it unnecessary there, but should end up working out. Maybe Thicky puts it into the corner. Arrow cannot find contact. Warrior looking for a shot. Gets denied by Elf as he's going to go up for this ball. Bangs it off the corner. Arrow going to try and read it. The third man of Star Shot. Able to get a good touch out here. Lil Thicky. Good control. Nothing going to come from that one, though. Arrow pops it up. Around 1. Around 2 is just going to be Warrior back. Rubber Duckies making their way down the field, but Warrior gets a nice touch around 1. But the defensive rotations from Flow State have started working out, and Springtrap goes missing on the play. And it's just a free goal there for Star Shot as he dribbles it down the field.
No, that's so unfortunate. Just needed to turn towards his right side, and he might have been able to just inch out a save for his team. But now Flow State up 3-1. They're looking really good, and they might be able to complete a reverse sweep in this next game. As I'm talking, Springtrap trying to center for his team as Arrow on top of the wall. Able to get it around 1. The star shot is there, nice and sound off the backboard. Able to get it around 2. And is it going straight in or is it going up post? I almost stumbled over my words. Star shot with this shot. And bringing it up for 1.
That is a great beat there. You see some of the rotational errors coming out from Rubber Duckies now. And man, that's one they're going to want back for sure. Minute left to go. Flow State really threatening now to bring this to a Game 5 reverse sweep situation. And again, Rubber Duckies, I think the main difference here from games 1 and 2 is that Flow State figured out how to play defense. I think that's exactly what happened. I think once Flow State started figuring out how to actually keep the ball out of their net, they've looked very dominant. They've held mainly Arrow on this Rubber Duckies team to very little goals ever since games 1 and 2. And so if they can continue to lock this team down on defense, I think they're going to have a good shot here. 30 seconds to go, Chalupa. Flow State trying to send it to Game 5.
Let's see if that'll happen. And as we're talking, Elf trying to start the comeback here, and he gets his first goal of the series. Someone other than Arrow was able to put it in the back of the net. And I think what you remembered from last time when you were talking about how Elf got a goal was when Arrow was barely in front of him.
Oh, yeah,
when
that's
it was
right.
just right in front of the goal. That's what happened. But now, 4-2. Let's see if they're able to finish it out here in this Game 4, and we might be able to get a Game 5 here.
15 seconds to go. Rubber Duckies need 2 goals back-to-back here, but every second it's spending in this orange half is another second wasted. Elf bangs it downfield. Thickie's back, misses the ball, needs a touch, does get it. Saves a goal there, most likely. Clock's going to hit 0. And ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing a Game 5 reverse sweep situation. Can Rubber Duckies prevent catastrophe here in game number 5?
I mean, this is what you wanted, wasn't it? Predictions?
It was. I did say Rubber
Game
Duckies
5?
in 5. I did say that. So
it looks like it's going to be happening. Let's see if they're able to finish it out here and complete your prediction. Honestly, I'm going to be for real. I did not expect this at all coming into this. I was originally going to say a sweep for Flow State, but it's always safe to go for that Game 4. I did not expect a Game 5 and for Rubber Duckies to be so dominant in those first 2 games. But I mean, Flow State were able to bring it back and figure out what Rubber Duckies were doing and how they were able to counter that. And let's see if that carries on to this Game 5 for them.
I don't know what you got to do if you're Rubber Duckies, because all of your offense has came from basically one man so far. Do you keep feeding him, or do you find a way to get other people involved? I'm not too sure. All I know is that Flow State have quite indeed reached their flow state defensively. They started locking down here. Rubber Duckies trying to prevent a reverse sweep. Game 5 underway here. Elf off to a great start here, putting a shot on. Thickie with a great save. Does get a pop around Springtrap. Arrow, good rotation though, off of the force. And that's not the best touch though. Arrow a little bit awkward on defense here. It's just gonna be Springtrap back. Warrior kind of lets the ball get away from him. Ball does go up. Thickie shot opportunity here. Pops it down low. No power on that shot, but it is still awkward. Elf and try and get a 50 around 1. Star shot meets him. Big bang downfield from Springtrap. Not the best touch from Thickie. Springtrap still on ball. Bangs it off the side wall. Arrow can't quite get the read.
Ooh, Elf got to pop it around 1. Star shot able to cut it off, but Arrow still on top of this ball. Springtrap 50s it over towards Arrow. On top of his car, not able to get it around Thickie though. As Springtrap missing it, a crucial miss, but he's able to get the save off a little Thickie shot. Back over towards Warrior, trying to get another shot going, but Arrow able to put it out there. Little Thickie still on top of this. A lot of pressure coming from Flow State, and not a lot coming through from Rubber Duckies. Something needs to change in their pressure. And this is the change. Elf on top of this now, grabbing the boost, getting around another as he gets a shot off, almost putting it top bins, but just a little bit off the mark.
Ooh, that's actually a double command. It's just going to be Elf back. He needs to make a touch here. Almost gives up a goal there. This ball is still dangerous, though. Is there anybody back? It is Springtrap. He's going to lob it on net. Thickie needs a touch. And Springtrap with an absolute Hail Mary all the way down the field. An absolute clanger with that dominance. And Rubber Duckies, again, their first lead now in 2 games. And they're off to a great start here in Game 5.
Officially, everyone has scored on the Rubber Duckies team.
Let's go.
I think everyone at Flow State has scored.
Ooh.
Unless Warrior has... No. All of them have scored on Flow State. Yeah.
Yeah, they have.
So I was just trying to keep track of stats. But, I mean, everyone was involved in the offense as Warrior. Now, on top of this one, not able to get another touch. Elf trying to start an air dribble of his own, but it gets off of the backboard. Star Shot trying to read this. Lil Thicky is on top of it now. It's off the backboard. Not able to read that. Spring Trap able to get a 50. And now it's floating over towards the right side. Star Shot still on top of this. Gets a nice demo. I'm flashbanged. I can't see anything. Elf on top of this. Not able to get a shot up. Spring Trap on top of it. Gets the 50 off and gets the second goal for this Game 5.
It's his Springtrap legacy game. He's got 2 goals back to back.
That's what I'm talking about.
Man, oh man. But what a save as well from Springtrap as well. On the other side, perfect control, gets a piece of it. Probably would have been a goal. But an amazing save. Springtrap keeping Rubber Duckies in this game, in this series. But this might be another one. Star Shot, the third man on both of these teams, exchanging absolute haymakers right now. As the third man, the lowest ranked people in this lobby are the only ones with goals so far here in the final game of this series.
It's looking like Mayweather versus Canelo. Just bang, 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 pow, 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 pow. We're getting shot after shot, blow after blow. We just need to see who's better at defending. Oh no! While I'm talking about defense, a defensive blunder coming from Star Shot. No, that's not how you want to be losing. That's not how you want to be losing.
Dude, it's kind of funny because Arrow's like, his room is so dark, he's got his cam on, and like every time you see like it flash from like something bright happening, I just see his like face in his hands, and it's like, that was good, that was good. But anyways, that is not what you want to see. Now Flow State gonna have to claw their way back. It could be here. Warrior finds an opening. 2 people go missing. Who was that? I believe, can't remember exactly who that was. I'm not even going to see who that was. Elf not able to get the touch. He's awkward. Warrior capitalizes. And that's a quick answer back. Brings it back within 1, keeping this reverse sweep alive.
I don't know what to say. I was talking about defense, and then all of a sudden the defense got worse.
Nerves, bro. Nerves.
It is nerves. This is Game 5 after all. Nerves are at an all-time high for both teams. One of them doesn't want to get reverse swept, and one of them wants to just finish this off. But now, Elf able to get a shot off. Nobody is back in net. Elf off of the wall, putting it straight in. And it's looking a little bit detrimental for this Flow State team.
That is actually just an insane shot from Elf, the captain of this Rubber Duckies team, finally activating offensively. Now, it's Arrow's teammates taking over the reins here offensively, and this is exactly what you want to see if you are a Rubber Duckies fan. And that is not a great miss there from, I believe, Star Shot. The double commit does come out, another double commit, but it's going to work out. Ball goes into this blue half. Star Shot trying to rotate back here. Arrow pops it up off the corner. This could be another goal to double commit. You're up 2 goals. Staying very aggressive here. But a minute and a half left. Springtrap going to go up for this one. Lil Thicky beats him. Now Elf gonna bang this off the corner. It is gonna be awkward for Star Shot, who kind of passes it back. Elf just being absolutely annoying. Arrow, good rotation. Is it gonna be on? It's an absolute snipe from Arrow as he finds that bottom right pocket. And Rubber Duckies have a 3-goal lead with a minute and 15 left to go, demolishing these reverse sweep hopes.
I don't think that ball was in. I think it was bouncing out, but
was it an own goal?
I think it might have been an own goal.
It's hard though. It's so close.
That one was close. It's a little bit tough to decipher, but 2-5 in this Game 5. Elf trying to get a dagger. Arrow almost getting it, but Warriors back there. Springtrap goes missing. A little bit far off as Elf on top of this gets the 50 off of Warrior. Star Shot trying to get some offense going and making it so that they can get this comeback. Not able to get a touch off his Star Shot. Elf getting the 50 off of Lil Thicky. It's in the air. Lil Thicky on top of it. Warrior might be able to get down to the ground. Get the shot off. Elf missing off of the corpse. And Warrior able to finish it off, trying to keep this game alive here.
Man, oh man, we've had 8 total goals so far. And that's a double commit, but hey, it doesn't matter. Desperation coming out. 30 seconds to go. Can Flow State do something crazy here? They have the potential to. It's very very possible. Elf gets a much favorable kickoff there. Lil Thicky tries to get the ball out. Star Shot not reading it, wasting a lot of time here. Thicky does get it over 1. It's going to be Elf trying to get it out, but Star Shot holds that midfield line. That's a great demo from Lil Thicky as Star Shot puts it on, but it's Arrow in the defense. Double commit going to come out. Star Shot needs to bail him out, and he does. But this is wasting so much time. And 10 seconds to go. Warrior just lobs it towards the net. Elf needs a touch. And with that big save there, I think that might seal the deal. Clock is going to hit 0. And Rubber Duckies taking the series 3-2. Flow State, listen, they made it close. You know, they were looking down the barrel of a 3-0 sweep. They brought it back. But unfortunately, the reverse sweep ends right when it matters most. And Rubber Duckies seal the deal, win it in 5.
Oh, wow. We won. It took the effort of all 3 people getting goals and saves. I mean, that was just a masterclass here. They were able to figure out what they were doing wrong, and they were able to capitalize on the things that Flow State was doing wrong as well, and ending it off here. I mean, great game come from all of them. Obviously, I think the MVP was Arrow. He was the catalyst right away and trying to get this team going, and obviously it worked.
Correct. I think they played out of their minds. I mean, specifically Arrow to get those first couple of wins. So well played for them. We're gonna go to the right screen here, and we'll get a little bit of an interview going here between these players. I think we're only gonna have Elf, his cam here, but I'll drag him in. We'll get some interview. Let's go ahead and bring him in. Let's see here. Got him in here. We got him in here. I think we're good to go. We got Rubber Duckies joining us in the call for a post-win interview. A fantastic series. It got hairy at the end. You know, you're so dominant in games 1 and 2. You get it done in game 5. I'll toss it to you, Elf, for the first question here. Walk me through what it's like having this man Arrow on your team. Obviously, in those first couple of games, I believe he was like the only person to score, like a couple hat tricks to start off his career. Walk me through that. How were those first 2 games for you guys?
Anytime I passed the ball, he was there, and he was scoring. I think we played really good. We just found that chemistry.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, you two, it seemed like you were kind of putting on a platter for Arrow over and over again. Like I said, starting off, I'm sure you were aware, Arrow, but you started off your DCRL career, unless I'm really stupid and you played last season and I'm just making something out of nothing. Okay, so this is your first season. That would be really awkward if it wasn't. But you start off your career with 2 hat tricks back to back. Your first 2 games of your career. Walk me through that. Were you feeling it? Were you aware? What was it like starting off your career like that?
Definitely aware. It was kind of surreal. I just kind of started out just with a really good flow, and yeah, these guys are setting me up nicely.
Love to hear it. No, like I said, it was very fun to watch. You had Schlupa and I debating whether or not you should have be in the position you're at, because you were just dominating over and over again. It was awesome to see. But Schlupa, you got any questions for these guys?
I got a question for Springtrap. So obviously, I'm pretty sure, what was it? You were the last pick in the draft, correct?
Yep.
Correct me if I'm wrong. All right.
I believe so.
So last pick of the draft, obviously people aren't really expecting anything of you, but I mean, just from this game alone, I feel like you're trying to prove these haters wrong. Would you not agree? Would you elaborate on that?
Honestly, I'm just going with the flow, honestly. That's about all.
Hey, listen.
I mean, respect. Honestly, I'll be so for real.
I wanted to give you kudos, Springtrap, because I think this is now your 3rd season, in the league. Unfortunately, you haven't had the best success. Like I said, this is kind of a backhanded compliment. I do apologize, but what I saw tonight, I've seen you improve, over your time here, and especially in that game 5, getting those 2 goals. I saw you get an insane save as well. keeping your team in this one. Talk a little bit to me about your journey and how you've improved since your rookie season.
It was very tough, my very first season, if I'm going to be honest. Nerves were not there, honestly. They were pretty much shot when I was on last games with being nervous. But I gradually got more calmer and realized that I can trust my teammates more. So,
hey, well, listen, I love to hear it, bro. Like I said, it's been awesome to see. It would be awesome to see Springtrap at LAN. That'd be cinema, to say the least.
BW, BW.
And I will tell you this, guys. I don't think a lot of people's expected. Like I said, another kind of backhanded compliment. But I think you guys. I don't think a lot of people expected you to come out on top tonight, and you guys prove them wrong. Especially once you guys start, all clicking. I think you guys got a steal and arrow as well, Elf. You've done well throughout your career now. I think you guys got the components to be a great team. And it was awesome to see you guys get the win tonight. So one final congrats. Chalupa, do you got anything else you want to say?
Nah.
All right. Well,
I'm all good.
With that, ladies and gentlemen, I will give you one final congrats. And we'll maybe be seeing you again soon.
Thank you.
You plan on it.
Yes, sir. All right, ladies and gentlemen, first series of the night out of the way. A fantastic game number 5 win by the Rubber Duckies. Listen, my prediction went through. I was literally predicting. I predicted Rubber Duckies in 5. Mine goes well for me, Chalupa. Unfortunately, yours is not as good. But listen, sometimes just being the what's the devil's advocate? I don't even know what you'd call that, but
it'd be devil's advocate.
It's actually worked out pretty well for me in the past. So, any comments you want to say here before we go to a quick intermission and get our next series on the road?
Shut up, my dog. That was about. I got it right here with me. No, I mean, that was just a really well played game. A great series, especially going for game 5. I love seeing game 5s, especially on stream. Obviously they're always stressful, but I mean, you got to deal with the nerves eventually.
Yeah, no, you really do. And denying a reverse sweep is not as easy as it sounds, right? Because Flow State, they had all the momentum going into that final game. Rubber Duckies, it's really hard in that position to shut something like that down. They did just that and take the win in 5. But with that being said, we can go ahead. I'll show who the next series is going to be. It's going to be a Div C matchup. We actually saw both of these teams literally yesterday. Both these guys got their ASAP game scheduled right away as well. So we're going to see the two Div C teams that actually won yesterday going to be battling it out here. It just kind of worked out like that, which is going to be fun to watch. We'll see who can come out on top with Greek Squad and Plastered Plats coming up in just 10 minutes. I want to give a quick shout out before I go to an intermission. We have a lot of people here maybe listening. We are always looking for help to run the league, whether it may be casting. We're always looking for casters. So if you want to do what me and Chalupa are doing right now, want to improve your public speaking, stuff like that, this is a great spot to do it. We're always looking for help on the back end. We're also looking help with social media. So if you ever want to help make, short form content, stuff like that, there's that. If you want to help perchance with some sheets, there's a lot of stuff to do in this league, and we are always looking for help. So if you're willing to be more involved with our league, shoot any of the executives a DM, and we'll be sure to get you more involved. But with that, and if you're looking, how do you join? Literally, like I said, DM, literally just send any of us a DM and we'll get you squared away. Any of the executives in our Discord server, which is discord.gg/DCRL if you're not in. But anyways, we're going to go to a quick 10-minute intermission, ladies and gentlemen. So please stay tuned. We will be back for our next matchup very soon.